now on Talking Solutions, we would like to welcome Tim Mullin. What's your title with the USO?
Sure, I'm the Center Director for USO Las Vegas.
You do a lot of different things?
Yes, I wear many different hats. Everything from program management to fundraising to volunteer management to cleaning out our storage unit to getting $60,000 checks.
There you go.
It'll be 2 years in August that I've been in this role. Absolutely love it. The USO is such a great mission. Helping our service members and helping them connect with our community is what we're all about. We want to make our service members feel welcome. We want to make their families feel welcome because a lot of times they get stationed here. A husband or wife gets stationed at Nellis or Creech Air Force Base and they're just told to move to Las Vegas. So they pick up their family and they move. No support system, no friends, no family to help out. So when you have a husband that's being deployed and you have a spouse at home with 3 kids, where does she turn for help? That's what we're trying to do, is help create that bridge, provide opportunities for spouses in similar situations to mingle, provide opportunities for the spouses to engage with the resources that are available to them on base.
Tim Mullin is with us, Center Director for the USO Las Vegas. We're talking about people who end up being deployed and the families that end up here in Southern Nevada. It's part of the service obligations, and I always say that when a service member serves and protects our freedoms, their family also serves. It's not just the person who is enlisted.
Absolutely, and that's really what our focus has been here on USO Las Vegas. Our mission is to strengthen America's service members by keeping them connected to family, home, and country throughout their service to the nation, and we do that in so many different ways. So a lot of people think that the USO, the lounges, we do have 2 lounges at McCarran International Airport for traveling military and their families to come in. So whether they're going on vacation or getting ready for deployment or going for training or a TDY or whatever reason the service member is leaving, they can come into our lounges and just relax, hang out, have a cup of coffee. We have a great partnership with HMS Host and Hudson News, who donate all kinds of snack food items and food. Whatever HMS Host doesn't sell that day at the airport at their vendor locations, they'll donate to us. So we get fresh salads and sandwiches that we can offer to our service members for free through the lounges.
Great. Several years ago, before the USO Lounge at McCarran was created, we were one of the last airports that did not have that kind of facilities for our service members and their families.
Right, one of the largest ones that had a military presence. There's 55 USOs in the United States right now, but we were at that time the largest airport that had military bases within 50 miles that didn't have a USO Lounge. And I credit Wayne Newton and Senator Reed for helping bring that to us. It was really Wayne Newton that noticed that service members were sleeping under benches at McCarran, and he went to Harry Reid and said, we got to fix this. So I credit Wayne Newton for that. Mr. Las Vegas is a true hero in our community for making sure the USO came out here.
He is a wonderful guy, and I know that he's gone out in support of the USO here in Las Vegas many times.
Absolutely. We call Wayne a lot, and he's always supportive. He'll drop whatever he's doing to come help support the USO. He's a big believer in the mission. He's done numerous USO tours around the world. When Bob Hope stopped touring, Bob Hope gave the baton to Wayne Newton.
We used to watch all those TV specials where Bob Hope would be on the bases where our service members were stationed. And I wondered who was doing it. Wayne has been really active, and he's such a sweetheart. Wayne sang to me from the stage of the Las Vegas Hilton the week I got married, so I'll always love him.
That's great.
But everybody should love Wayne for his devotion and service to organizations like the USO.
I absolutely agree. I encourage everyone, a shameless plug for his show. He's got a show at the Valleys now. I encourage everyone to check it out. It's very up close and personal. It's a great experience.
Yes. Wayne is a wonderful guy. So if I seem a little biased in his favor, now you know why. We have a lot of service members here in Southern Nevada. You mentioned Nellis, you mentioned Creech. Even when it comes to retired members of our military, Southern Nevada is an amazing place to retire as well. So we do have really, really big numbers of veterans, both active and retired.
Yeah, there's a very big population here with active duty service members, reservists, National Guard. We're talking over 75,000 families, and it doesn't include the retirees and the veterans that have moved here or retired out of the military. It's a very big population, and the community has done a great job of supporting not only the USO, but other organizations that support our veterans in this community. So we appreciate the community coming together, helping our veterans, making sure they don't become homeless and providing the resources that they need to be successful. That's one of the things that the USO is getting into as well. The USO got approached by the Department of Defense and said, hey, we've got 250,000 service members leaving the military every year for the next 5 years. So the USO created a partnership with an organization called Rally Point 6, and we're providing case management services for service members that are leaving the military. So up to a year before they get out to a year after they get out, we will sit down with them. We call them scouts or case managers that will help them build an action plan for what they want to do when they get out, whether that's go back to school, get them connected with UNLV, CSN, or if they're looking for a job, getting connected with the major employers in town, whether that's NV Energy or whether that's WIN or whether that's MGM, whatever that might be, we will help them. Or if they need legal services or whatnot. So we'll sit down and help them build that case so they don't slip through the cracks. We're trying to be proactive to make sure we do not have any more homeless veterans in our community.
That is so great. I know one of the things that we're always talking about here on Talking Solutions to bring attention to the services that are available, because when our veterans come out out of the active duty phase of their lives and they return to our communities. As Southern Nevadans, we need to wrap our arms around them and make sure that they have everything they need so that they can successfully re-enter everyday life.
Right. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to be proactive about that. We are going to be launching that transition program July 1. So right now we're getting all set up. We're getting the furniture ordered, getting the staff hired, and we'll be launching that program July 1 to help service members immediately that are looking to transition out. It's everything from lower enlisted to senior leadership. We've got other RP6 sites at other USO locations across the country, and they have 2-star generals, colonels that are going in and talking to our case managers to see what they want to do when they get out, because some of them don't even know. It's not just for the lower enlisted. It's for everybody. Any service member that's looking to transition out, we will be there to help them.
That's great. Often we have our friends with Goodwill because they have the VIP programs for veterans, making sure that the job skills are listed on their resumes. Even though they did something that was described in a very different way as part of their military service, those job skills can translate to things that make sense to employers who are hiring here in the States today.
Absolutely. They can be doing the exact same job in the military and trying to find that job outside the military, but it'll be completely different acronyms, and they won't know that. So that's why we're here to help them bridge that gap. There's all kinds of communication issues that we see with service members that are doing a job inside and don't know what that looks like on the outside. It could be the exact same job.
We need to talk to each other in the same language, and you can help to achieve that. I saw that this is the 75th anniversary of the USO.
Yes, we're very excited. February was the actual date, so we did an open house with all of our community supporters, our advisory council members, our donors, our volunteers, and opened up the USO Center at the airport, brought everyone in, had Wayne Newton do a little cake cutting, we had David Copperfield come out. So yeah, 75 years of helping service members, and we're still going strong. We started back in 1941 to help support the troops during the buildup of World War II and continue to this day. Most people don't know that the USO has a history in Nevada before the McCarran Lounges, and Hawthorne, their conference center, is one of the original USO buildings. They did a lot of training for service members that were heading out up in northern Nevada, so they had a USO center up there in 1942. They just recently revamped it over the last couple of years to make it look like it did back in 1942, so there's a lot of support up in Hawthorne for the USO. They love sharing their story about the history, and there's a lady that was a USO hostess in 1942 who still goes there every Sunday and plants flowers outside the building and takes care of it. We appreciate them and want to give them a shout out up in Hawthorne.
So the ties to the USO in Nevada are very deep.
They are.
It's also Military Appreciation Month. We have Tim Mullin in, the Center Director for the USO. You guys have had a lot of things going on this month.
We're always busy at the USO. There's only a staff of 3 of us right now. We have over 300 volunteers. They're the heart and soul of our organizations. Always have to give a shout out to our volunteers because we wouldn't do all the programming that we do without them, whether it's Military Appreciation Month campaign that we're doing right now, as well as the 75th anniversary for the USO. We wanted to get the word out that we're here, providing morale boosting and family strengthening programs for our service members and their families. And what better month to do that than Military Appreciation Month? Support our campaign, and those funds will ultimately go to support our service members and their families.
And with Military Appreciation Month, we still have several days. This is the perfect weekend. We had Armed Forces Day last weekend. Coming up on Monday is the actual Memorial Day holiday. So what a perfect time to have you in studio with us.
Thank you. I appreciate being in here. And yeah, there's still a few days left for Military Appreciation Month. A number of different ways to get involved. People are interested in volunteering can reach out to us at volunteers.uso.org or call us at the airport, 702-261-6590, 261-6590. People can also donate through Crazy PETA locations, a great partner for the last 2 years. So we have little $1, $3, $5 pinup cards that people can sign and make a donation through any of the 3 Crazy PETA locations, downtown Summerlin, Town Square, or the district, or get involved through the 2 Remedies locations, Elixir and Distill lounges. People can go in there, make a donation through those pinup cards as well. So many different ways to get involved.
At McCarran,
yes.
Hudson News.
Any of the 24 Hudson News locations in McCarran International Airport, you can stop in, make a donation to the USO, or Liquor Library down by Baggage Claim in Terminal 1. You can make a donation to the USO through them as well. So many different opportunities. We had a great event last weekend with Stuff a Jeep. Had Jeeps at all 6 area Sam's Clubs and collected a lot of great in-kind donations, snack food items for our lounges at the airport. So it's been a great month. We have a couple of days left, so I encourage everyone that's listening to go out and make a donation to the USO to support our local military community.
And if you don't have a chance to get out, you can also donate online, uso.org/donate/Las Vegas. I will put these links, phone numbers, if you want to be a volunteer for the USO, information on our Talking Solutions Facebook page, along with a podcast of our discussion today.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Not a problem. We're here to help. help our military especially. I also see the Review Journal is doing a special still during the month of May.
$5 back for every new subscription will go back to this month. We're very excited about that. The RJ's been great supporters of ours. They come out to a lot of our events. They've done some great features on us, so we greatly appreciate the support of the Las Vegas Review Journal. Just so many different ways to get involved and really learn more about what we do and how we're supporting our service members. I encourage everyone to get involved. Every dollar we raise for this campaign will go directly back into our programming, our morale boosting and family strengthening programs. Outside the lounges, we took over the deployed family dinners on the base. Twice a month, we do a dinner for up to 200 family members of currently deployed troops, whether that's spouses and kids. We'll feed them a hot meal, give the families a care package, and give kids a toy. So the first Wednesday of the month at the cannery and the third Wednesday of the month at the All-Ante Buffet. They give us a great deal. They block off rooms for us, and we can serve these family members. So they at least twice a month have a night where they don't have to worry about making dinner. They don't have to worry about anything else but coming out and hanging out with their kids.
Also bonding with other military families.
It's a perfect space for them to connect with other military families and really build those support systems, because we also have a lot of the first shirts, which is the first sergeants of a lot of squadrons in the Air Force, and some of the base leadership. The Airmen and Family Readiness Center is there for them. Great for families to get resources that they might need. And sometimes even base leadership comes out. It's a great opportunity for the base to come together and bond. We also do movie nights for family members. We have a great partnership with the Galaxy Theater, and the cannery has been a great sponsor of that. So they buy popcorn and sodas once a month for military families, and we'll give them a free movie. And then we do our Freedom Friday concert series with a partnership with Win-Win Entertainment, which was started by local entertainer Jeff Sevilico. We'll take Las Vegas entertainers out to the base to do their show, either at Nellis and Creech once a quarter. So that's a morale boost for the service members out there. And on top of that, there's 15 to 20 on-base events that we support each month. We have volunteers and staff always out on the base, whether it's family days, barbecues, the squadron barbecues, change of command ceremonies, holiday events. We're out there providing, whether it's free food or prizes for those events or volunteer support to help them run the events. In-house, we have a cotton candy machine, we have a hot dog roller, we have a snow cone machine and a popcorn machine, and we take those out all the time to events on base. Like I said, we are always out there supporting our local military community, whichever way we can.
A lot more than we realized.
Yeah.
Tim Mullin is the center director for the USO here in Southern Nevada. You've got 2 centers at McCarran serving not just members of the military, but also their families. You guys are out all the time. This is not just the lounges at the airport.
Right. It's a lot more than the lounges. It's about providing that support system for military families and giving them an opportunity to bond and connect with each other. So all of our programming is about creating space for those families to come together, to interact with each other, to interact with base leadership, to interact with base resources. We always create space in our programming for that. So there's nothing really formal. Like, we don't have people out there talking at them. It's an open space for them to come and hang out. The movie nights, we don't do any presentations there either. We don't talk at them, but create the space for them to talk with each other.
I like this idea. The people in our military put their lives on the line to protect our freedoms every day. Their families also serve when a member is deployed or active in the military. Another way that we can help as we continue with National Military Appreciation Month through the end of May.
Yeah, I just wanted to create a campaign where people can get involved in different ways. Whether you want to go to Crazy Pita, whether you want to go have a drink with your friends at Remedy Elixir Distiller, whether you're traveling at the airport, convenient opportunities to stop by and make a quick donation to the USO, because every dollar counts.
Plus, if you've been thinking about subscribing to the Review Journal through the end of the month, they will donate $5 to the USO for your new subscription. You can also get involved with social media, #USOLV, #USO Connects.
And just tag us on our social media sites. On Twitter, we're at USO Las Vegas. Instagram, USO Las Vegas. Facebook, USO Las Vegas. All the same.
Wait a minute. There's a prize on this. Tag USO Las Vegas. You'll be entered to win a $200 Amazon gift card.
Yeah, we've been going crazy on social media. This is a great opportunity just to thank a service member. Go online, thank a service member and their families for the dedication they made to our country. As long as you tag us at USO Las Vegas on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, either #USOLV or USO Connects, and you'll be entered to win a drawing for a $200 gift card that we'll give out in the next few days here as we close out the month.
We should be thanking our service members and their families anyway. And when we do it, add in the hashtag on social media. We could win a $200 Amazon gift card for doing what we should be doing anyway.
I agree. At USO Las Vegas, we're thanking our service members, but we encourage the rest of the community to get involved. We want to really show the folks that are stationed here that we really care about them. We don't want them to feel isolated.
Show the love. Volunteers for USO, what do they do?
Oh, so many different ways. We have a process. We have to make sure that we screen them properly because we're taking a lot of these volunteers, taking them on base and vouching for them. So we got to make sure that we screen them properly. So there's a little bit of a process, but we encourage people to be patient through that process because it takes some time. If you sign up online, volunteers volunteers.uso.org. It's the first step. You fill out that form, then we will reach back out to you, schedule a time for you to come down for an interview. And we'll talk, chat 15, 20 minutes, go over some of the roles and responsibilities, see if you're a good fit for working with us. And then from there, there's two different paths volunteers can take. They can go on our outreach path, so they can go out to all the different events we talked about earlier, the 15 to 20 events that we support each month on base. They can go out to those, family days, those barbecues, that kind of stuff, help support that way, anything we do outside the airport. Another path is to work a shift in the airport. Our lounges at the airport, Terminal 1's open 24/7, Terminal 3 is open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and that's every day, including holidays. So we have people working every single day. Thanksgiving, Christmas, Memorial Day. We have volunteers working our shifts. Like I said, there's only 3 paid staff, so we rely heavily on our volunteers to help us run those lounges. Volunteers work 4-hour shifts whenever they can. We ask that someone do a permanent shift, helps us with scheduling. So if someone wants to come in, work a 4-hour shift every week, a ton of people that do that, and we greatly appreciate that support. But that process takes a little time, because when we set up a volunteer to work a shift at the airport, they have to go through a background check through the airport. They have to get an airport badge. It takes about 30, 60 days. But it's a great way to get involved. It's a great way to support our service members. When people go through that process, they have a great experience being in the lounges, interacting with our service members and their families, hearing their stories. A lot of our volunteers are veterans themselves, swapping stories. I hear that all the time when I'm coming in. There's a volunteer talking to a service member, they're sharing war stories or whatnot. So a great way to really interact with our service members and give back to them.
So you can give money, you can give thanks in the way of social media, and maybe win a $200 Amazon gift card for doing what we should be doing anyhow. You can give your time. There's a lot of ways that you yourself can get involved with USO here in Southern Nevada.
Yes, so many different ways. Like you said, time, treasure, and talent, we'll take it all. Whether it's your time, volunteer, maybe not have the funds you can, but you can donate some time. Greatly appreciate that. Whether it's your talent, whether you want to offer some kind of service to us, we can always look into that. If you want to do something for our service members, we can help coordinate that as well. Or your treasures. Happy to accept any donations that anyone's interested in making to us. Like you said, so many different ways to get involved. May is really our public event. A lot of the events that we do for our military, we have to keep private for security concerns with the base. Unfortunately, there's been some threats against our military. We have to be aware of that. All the events we do for the military, we can't really publicize, and that's why we make sure that we have to screen our volunteers as well. We're very careful when we work closely with the base to make sure that everything we do for our military is security friendly. But May is really our chance to get out into the public and show our support. So get involved through any of the ways we talked about through our Military Appreciation Month. Also, in October, we do our Big 5K. That's our other public event.
Ooh, and you're going to let me know about that.
Yes.
Tim Mullin is the center director for our local USO. And you have an event coming up in October that you'll fill me in on. Also, you were mentioning something starting up in the way of a new program.
Yes.
July 1st.
Mm-hmm. We're launching, it's called an RP6, Rally Point 6. It's a partnership that the USO has with a nonprofit called Rally Point 6 based out of Seattle that helps create action plans for transitioning service members. So we will work with service members that are getting ready to go out up to a year before they get out to a year after they get out. We have case managers who will sit down with them and help them build action plans for what they want to do when they get out, whether that's going back to school and getting connected with CSN or UNLV, or getting a job, connecting them with employers, helping them build resumes, do mock interviews, help them really get prepared for life after active duty and re-engaging in the civilian workforce. We will sit down and work with them to build that plan, be more proactive. So after they get out, they're not like, what am I going to do? Where am I going to go? We want to make sure they have a plan so when they do that, they're ready.
When they come out of active service, you put your arm around their shoulder and you walk with them through the process. Make sure that they've got those resumes, job interview skills. Mm-hmm. As you said, be a bridge to get them back into everyday life.
Right. And get them set up with their VA benefits if they need to take advantage of those, or get them set up with, if they want to buy a house, get them set up with a VA loan, make sure they understand the rules and regulations about getting the VA loan for buying a house, anything we can do to help them. We want to be a bridge. We want to be a connector. So we want to know all the services that are available. So we'll have a site manager that'll basically be responsible for building a database of services that are available for veterans and seeing what's working, what's not working, so we can direct our service members to the right resources that they need.
That's great. And for all of us here at Beasley Media Group, when you want to help publicize those things,
we will be definitely reaching out, Terry.
Come see us. Military Appreciation Month is not done yet. It's on through the end of May. So we were just looking at the calendar. Tuesday is the final day of May. Still have a couple days left where you can get involved doing donations, donating your time, expressing your thanks through social media. A lot of different ways that you can still get involved. And it's not just during May. This should be a 24/7, 365 effort. And I'm sure it is on your part with the USO.
I agree. We're always out, regardless if it's May or not. We're recruiting more volunteers, could always use more volunteers, donations to support our programs, and engaging the public in any way we can to get involved with the USO and to support our local military. In October, we have our big fundraiser of the year. It's called the Challenge a Troop 5 5K up at Craig Ranch Regional Park. We encourage everyone to come out and sign up and race with our service members. Run a little 5K. Run, skip, walk, jog, whatever. We'll have options available for competitive runners, and we'll have options available for people that just want to come out and have a nice day in the park. Great opportunity. People can sign up at USO5K.org. The first 200 people that sign up will get a free jacket.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I know it's not until October, but today would be a great day to sign up.
Yeah. So we're looking at getting over 700 runners out there. We'll have live entertainment. We're going to get some local acts from the Strip to come out and do a post-race concert for us. We'll have a mimosa and beer garden set up, tethered hot air balloon rides. We'll have segways out there as well. So it's not just about a 5K. It's about supporting a great organization, supporting the USO. So there's just so many different ways to go out and have some fun.
Beautiful location. Craig Ranch Regional Park. If you haven't been out there before, it is a great place to go. A lot of things happening. Colorful things like the hot air balloons and all the extras that you're adding on. And it will be a great event. We'll have all the links and everything on our Talking Solutions Facebook page and our podcast of the discussion. Tim Mullin, what have I forgotten?
We covered so much. I just want to say again that we appreciate everyone that has gotten involved with the USO. We appreciate our volunteers for all the time and effort that they put in. And it's just a great opportunity to really support our local military community. The USO is the only nonprofit that has a MOU with the Department of Defense. So our brand is trusted by the military, trusted to be on base, trusted to be involved with those families, and we don't take that lightly. So if you really want to support the military, there's a lot of different opportunities to do it, but the USO, I think, is the best opportunity to get involved and support the military. A lot of people say they support the military, but don't really do it, try to take advantage, try to sell them things. We don't do that. We're only there to support their needs and what they want.
For not just our active military, but also their families.
Yes.
And we have a lot of military here in Southern Nevada, both active and retired, and this is a great way to get involved with the USO. Let us know when something's coming up. Come back in here and join me in the studio, and we can tell everybody all about it.
I appreciate it. As we get closer to the 5K, I'd love to come back and talk a little bit more about that. Thank you so much for the time. I appreciate all of your guys' support with Beasley, having us come on and talk about everything that we're doing with the USO.
Tim Mullin, Center Director for our local USO, 75 years. We appreciate the information. We're here to help, and thank you so much for joining us today on Talking Solutions.
Thank you so much for having me.
Love talking about military issues here on Talking Solutions. I'm Terry Springs. It is Memorial Day weekend. In fact, tomorrow, the actual celebration of Memorial Day, remembering those who have died protecting our freedoms. Suni Chabrow is with us from the Douglas J. Green Memorial Foundation, a charity named for her son. It all started with a delicious Woe toffee.
It's amazing English toffee. We're actually selling it all over the Las Vegas Valley now.
And I know it's at Glazier's because I see it there every time.
We're in a Whole Foods, so they had us do everything natural and gluten-free.
There's a reason, too, Suni, why you have this toffee on the market. Will you tell us why?
Yeah, of course. I've been making this toffee for over 25 years, and I made it when my son was little, and he loved it, and I made it every Christmas and all the holidays, and he always thought, Mom, you need to go out and sell it. And I would laugh because it's just, yeah, sure, I'm not going to go out and sell it. Who does that? It wasn't until after he joined the service and he was killed in action, it came to me that this is what I need to do, a passion that I always wanted to do. And it took for him to die for me to get that strength to actually sell my toffee. I started out of my house making it in my kitchen until the grout was so full of chocolate, I had to get out of there. So I moved into a commercial kitchen. We got into our first hotel, and then it just snowballed into 7 hotels now and Whole Food chains and grocery store chains. So I just felt like my son was up there giving me the strength to do it. And that's why I tell people sometimes, don't wait till something devastating happens to you to follow your dream or passion. Just do it.
Totally agree. You used to send these packages, including this toffee, over to the guys he was serving with.
Yes, absolutely we did. One of the things he wanted mostly when he was deployed, on his first deployment, especially in Iraq and Afghanistan, is that they're hungry over there. There's not a lot for them to eat. And he would go on night patrols, and he would come back, and they give them MREs, which they're not the most tasteful food you can imagine. And so he was constantly asking me for snacks that he wanted, that he missed from home, any kind of snack that you would miss for 14 months. So I would give him pretzels and gummy bears and just junk, but beef jerky and wipes. And he would say, Mom, could you send me some more? Because a lot of my friends over here, my brothers, their family, they can't afford to send care packages. Could you send me a couple more? So I was sending 10 a week, and he was just getting like a commissary worth of food and snacks, and I would throw in some cigars. It's so important for them to get those snacks over there because when they open up those boxes, they think of the USA. They know that we're thinking it about them. Not only are they hungry, but they miss home, and it's very good for their morale. So I just started sending boxes, and I would always make sure that my toffee was in there because that really represented home to him. Plus, he loved the English toffee. So what we do now with my foundation is we send almost 5,000 care packages a year, and in every care package, we put the toffee on top still.
So you're still very active in sending all of these wonderful provisions to our troops overseas.
Absolutely. Our next care packing event is going to be on Memorial Day. I actually gave birth to my son on Memorial Day, and that's his birthday, so I'm honoring all the fallen heroes on that day by having a huge care packing event in Las Vegas. We hope to send 500 care packages that day, and there'll be toffee in every single box.
Recognize Memorial Day and the importance.
Absolutely. It's good to go out and, have that hot dog and have that beer, but I think in the morning or sometime during the day, kind of reflect on what that day means, honoring the men and women that have died for our country.
Including your son.
Absolutely.
Who is now your angel and your inspiration.
He is. He's up there just directing all this. I just know that when he was killed, the thing to do was start a nonprofit organization after him, giving back, paying it forward, and helping the other brothers and sisters still deployed over there. As of today, we have hundreds of thousands of men and women that are being sent over there, actually locally here from Las Vegas. National Guard's over there right now, and the same bases are opening up again and fighting ISIS. It's so important that we keep these men's morale up, not forgetting that they're still over there, and we can't forget that.
I know that this resonates with anyone involved with the service.
Absolutely.
Also, the rest of us, we need to remember.
We do.
One of the things we do on Talking Solutions is every week we ask, what can we do to help you? And I know with the Douglas J. Green Memorial Foundation, you are still sending out these wonderful care packages and showing that ongoing love and support for the people who are still serving for our country.
The boxes that we do ship, for an average person, they're $17, and that could be a hardship for so many people, especially someone that has a loved one or a friend deployed overseas. We get a discount as $14, and that still can be expensive, and then you fill it. So an average box will cost about $20 after it's filled and shipped with postage. We have the care package event, and we would love to have everybody come out. If you want to volunteer, please go to www.djgmf.org. Come out and tape the boxes, stuff the boxes. If you've never been to a care package event, it's actually a great experience. It goes by very quickly, and you can write a little letter or put a little note in there, and the soldiers will see it, and they'll actually write back and thank you for it. And let me add that
this Memorial Day event, pack all those boxes and send them off. Where will that be held?
At Temple Sinai Synagogue on Hill Point. They have been very nice and opened up their whole giant reception room to us. And so we're going to be packing up there. And, if anybody wants to collect munchies for the military, again, if you go to our website, we have a whole list of munchies that they love to have.
Suni Chabrow is with us from the Douglas J. Green Memorial Foundation. We're talking about all the stuff you do for the troops, the Woe Toffee that you market that I know is available in places like Glazier's Food Marketplace, where I met you originally, at Whole Foods. The stuff is so good. Suni, you showed me an email, and apparently people are keeping in touch with you and making requests for things to be sent to their loved ones who are serving overseas.
Yes, Terry, absolutely. You can go on our website, and if you have a friend or a loved one or know anybody that's deployed, go on our website, and there's a drop-down, and it's called a request form. Anybody from all over the country can go on and request a form and request a care package to go to them, and they can actually customize it however they want it. If he likes gummy bears or red licorice, or if he wants certain magazines, certain toothpaste, or certain floss, we'll send that to them, and we will pay for that. So I encourage everybody, if they know any man or woman deployed right now, please go on our website and request a care package. We'd be more than happy to send it off.
Doing great work with this organization. You've got that big Memorial Day packing event. It sounds like tremendous fun. I'll make sure that these links are available on our Talking Solutions Facebook page. Also, if you'd like to just go directly, DJGMF, which is Douglas J. Green Memorial Foundation. So djgmf.org. You have all the information there.
Yes, go on the website, or they can contact me personally.
You are a direct link to our troops.
Thank you.
We can get involved, and we can tell them how much we care and how we don't forget them. And they're in our hearts and our minds, even though they're far away. What a great effort.
You have a choice when something tragic happens to you. You can stay in bed all day or just not do anything, but just to turn that kind of pain into strength is something you just have to do sometimes to honor that person.
And now you're doing it all for him.
Yeah, for him and all the other men and women too. And he would have wanted me to say that. Not just him, just so many other men and women. You just don't want people to forget about them.
It is the Douglas J. Green Memorial Foundation, the big box packing event. Going to be sending a bunch of care packages overseas for them. That is happening on Memorial Day, May 30th, at one of the temples there in Summerlin. We'll have the information also on our Talking Solutions Facebook page. Wonderful work that you're doing.
Thank you, Terry. And, having someone like you having me come on to get the awareness out to help our military is fantastic of you as well.
That's what we're here for. And we have a wonderful, loving, giving community.
Vegas people are awesome. Everybody in this valley has been so supportive of the military. Just so grateful for that.
Sonny, thank you so much for coming in to join us today on Talking Solutions.
Thank you for having us.
Talking Solutions is a production of the Community Relations Department here at Beasley Media Group, Las Vegas. Get more information on today's topic on our Talking Solutions page on Facebook, where you will also find links and a podcast of today's show. Thanks for listening, and have a great week.